What's going on, everybody? This is Peter Renna back with another edition of Dollar Bin Digging for comicbookinvest.com. I do a weekly article there where I cover some books that I typically find out in dollar bins when I search either at LCSs or flea markets or anywhere I can pretty much get my hands on some cheap comic books. So this week, I hit up a couple of spots. I did hit the flea market, hit up a couple of shops, and this is some of the stuff I found in no real particular order of where they came from, just kind of all piled in a bunch. These are books that I either got for $1 or even less because there was one shop that I do that's near me does a fill a bag deal. So basically, you can fill a bag. You can sometimes stuff like 50, 60 comics in there, and I think it's 35 right now for a bag. So you're getting for less than $1. So anyway, without further ado, let's just get into the books because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Now, starting off, the first few I got here are actually like collected editions. These I find are good deals. Like here we got the Ministry of Space, which is the omnibus. It was only 2 issues, and it was Warren Ellis. It's a fun little story, out of Image. But again, this would cost $5 if you bought it off the shelf. So, to get this for less than $1, because I put it in the bag, I thought that was a good deal. Put this down here. Another one. Now, granted, this was 3 for $1, so this was only $1 when it came out. But again, I stuck it in a bag, so I still got it for cheaper. This was the Black Hammer 3 for 1. Had the first 3 issues of Black Hammer in here. I have them. I have the regular issues, but I don't know. For less than $1, I figured I'd throw it in there. And in case I want to reread or read these, I can just grab this issue rather than pulling my individuals out of their bags and boards and worry about damaging them because I do have the first prints of those. But so 3 for $1 in this one wasn't too bad. And then another oddity, to me it was odd because I don't remember this when this came out. This was Detective 700, where this issue actually came in like a sealed envelope. I don't know if you can see that here. Like it feels like a manila folder, basically. Like I guess the book is inside here. This one's not been opened. I don't believe my other copy was in this manila thing. I don't know if I got a newsstand or just got one outside of this thing, but I thought this was interesting, so I figured I'd grab it. Again, it's a weird little manila thing. You'd have to open it up to get the comic out of it. I mean, it's got a little bit of a ding in the corner, but again, $1. I thought it was interesting enough to grab that. Put that aside. I don't know what that is. I still grab these issues anytime I see them. Eventually, New Mutants will come out, but this Magic miniseries, issue 1, 2, 3, got the whole set, and 4. Anytime I find these in the cheap bin, I like this this 4th cover too. Anytime I find these in the cheap bins, I grab them because, you never know. You can still, flip them for a few bucks even now, but they might get a little hotter when that movie finally comes out because I think it's actually going to be good. I'm actually looking forward to it. I mean, it's got the worst luck in the world getting pushed and delayed and company sold and everything that's happened to that poor movie over the years. Rumors of reshoots and all kinds of studio interference, but I think it's actually going to be good when we finally see it. And, if so, Magic may be a breakout character for it. So just keep that in mind. Just keep your eyes out for them because they're still worth picking up. Another book I grabbed for $1. This one's a little banged up, but it's a Whitman variant. Is the Star Wars 16, which is this first I think appearance of this bounty hunter, something Valance. I don't know enough about it. I know there's been rumors around this character, some spec involved in this, that this character may show up, and maybe we see him in Mandalorian, maybe we see him somewhere else. But there's some ties to Han Solo in here. And I don't know. It sounds like an interesting character. And again, Whitman variants aren't easy to find. You can tell it's got this empty box. I believe that's how you tell the Whitman on this one. Otherwise, it would have a barcode for a newsstand or just the traditional Marvel little dress. I think in the corner for direct edition. And also the price is a little different. I think on the regular edition it's full on 35 cents, and then the issue number, everything is over on the left. I'll throw up an image that I can find online to show you the difference. But this, I believe, like I said, is the Whitman. So I grabbed that. I'm going to put this aside. Even banged up. Let's take a look at what that thing's doing. Occasionally, I know you see those 52 issues from New 52 Countdown. But, you always look for that issue 7 for Kath Kane, the Batwoman. But issue 7, that red cover with a booster, but issue 9, I think, was her second appearance in that series of that character. So again, for $1 or less, I figured I would grab it. Same thing, right around that same number run. I also always look for this issue 12 because this is the first of this character of Isis, and who knows, she could show up in the larger DCU. Maybe they put her in a Black Adam movie. Could be a character that fits. I don't know. I know she's been on Legends of Tomorrow, so that didn't give this too much of a boost. But this, it's still some interest in this book. But again, anytime I see it, I just go ahead and grab it. I'll put that in the who knows pile. Deadpool. I'm not a big Deadpool reader, but I grabbed a lot of the covers, and I know there's a few issues of interest, especially like the homage stuff. But I think this was an early appearance of a Hitmonkey in here. I know it's not his first, but it's an early Hitmonkey. And I don't know if that show is ever going to get made. I know it was supposed to go on Hulu as like an animated thing. Who knows if it's ever going to happen, but it's a weird character. And again, book's cheap enough. I figured, why not? Just grab it. Next, another item I don't know enough about, but I saw these and thought they were interesting enough, is Invader Zim. So I saw some number ones here. So I think it's regular number one. I think this is the second print of number one, and I believe this is the third print of number one. Interesting covers. I've heard of the character before, but I don't know much about him. And I don't know, cover just kind of jumped out at me, so I figured, what the heck. These were throw it in the bag. So again, these were less than $1. I'll see what those are. Maybe the later prints do something. Maybe they're harder to find. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it too much yet. Now, character I did like growing up a little bit, because I'm a big fan of DuckTales. I occasionally rock a couple DuckTales shirts, but I also like Darkwing Duck. And there's some great homage variants and things in this run, but this is just the regular issue one. Again, for $1, I'm grabbing this. I don't know if there's a difference between newsstand and direct. Looking at the barcode, this reads to me like it's a newsstand one, but it could just be all of them have the same barcode. It's something I have to look into to be confident of. But again, still number one of a Darkwing Duck. I figured, why not take a look? Another oddity to keep your eyes out for. I know free comic book days are, they're technically free comics that you can get. And sometimes they heat up. You have like the Umbrella Academy, and I think there's some first appearances that show up along the way. I think there was a Spidey book that did pretty well, and I think even the recent, one of the recent Marvel, maybe Empire books was supposed to have a first, but then with all the delays, things happen. But outside of Free Comic Book Day, there's other events that these books show up at your shops that you can get for free, and one of them is a Halloween Comic Fest, and I believe this one does okay. This is a Zombie Tramp and a Dollface, and I don't know, Dan Mendoza, I like his art. It's got that kind of a manga feel. I kind of dig it. So I saw this and I figured I'd grab it. Even though this is a free book, I threw it in my my bag because I don't know, I wanted it, and I think it does okay. I think you might be able to move that for a few bucks. But again, I just grabbed it because I like the art. Now we're gonna move into some weird first appearances, I guess. I remember a few months back before COVID hit, Miss Marvel with her Storm Ranger outfit was a thing. I believe this was the first appearance of that character thing inside. I know there's a second print that does all right. I'll throw an image up of the thing to make it easier. But I believe this is the regular edition. So again, for $1, I figure I'd take a shot. Who knows? I think 37 was the issue for this next book with Batman Beyond, but I saw 38 and I figured I'd just grab it. I think this is the Batwoman Beyond. Maybe the first full. I don't know if she appeared completely in 37 or was it 38, but I see her here on the cover. I believe she's offspring of Dick Grayson. I don't really read this title to know too much about it, but again, I remember this being a thing, so brain clicked when I was flipping through the box and I saw this. I was like, well, might as well throw it in the bag and see what's what. So just put that one down. Recent news, was happy to find these. This is Gotham Central. I found in the dollar boxes. Keep a lookout because I've seen these in there before. I was happy to see them in again, but this is issue 1 and issue 2. And I think these are doing all right with the rumors of a HBO Max TV series, probably offshoot or spinoff from the Batman movie that Matt Reeves is doing. So this is something to keep an eye out for. So again, because I know I've seen these Gotham Central type books in there all the time. Plus, I just kind of want to read them. Brubaker and Greg Rucka, they're great writers, and this is probably going to be some good stuff. I just never got around to actually reading them before, and I don't know. I figured I would grab them. So I'll put these up over here. Another little oddball thing I always keep an eye out for are those like the toy insert books. So like this Hulk 314, this was a Marvel Legends. This came with a Hulk figure. I forget which one this might have come with, but this was an insert book that comes with the a Marvel Legend figure. Back in the day when you used to be able to buy them, they used to give you a comic along with the toy. and it usually was a reprint of a first appearance or something key or whatever the figure might be trying to show off here. So I'm assuming this was some Green Hulk version of some kind. So they threw in this 314. So I don't know. You don't see these all the time. So I see them, and if as long as they're not in destroyed condition, I'll just grab it because I don't know. They're interesting to me. So I don't know. Grab them, see what's what. Now the next couple of things. Sometimes when you're out digging, you just have to just go off your gut and just take a shot. Like I kind of did that with the Gore Streak the last time, that 6.5. I had no idea what that little book was. All I knew it was interesting. I heard of Gore Streak before, and I figured, for $1 or less, I'm just going to throw it in my bag and I'll figure things out later. Turns out that thing's really hard to get and pretty rare. So sometimes you take a shot on something you're not completely sure of, and it pays off. So I kind of took that chance again. I don't know much about these either, but they just kind of caught my eye. This is a all-you-can-eat comics convention special. I don't know. There's signatures. There's a remark over here. It looked interesting, so I figured, you know what? I'm going to take a shot, see what's going on with this book. A quick look on this one. I think there's a couple copies up. I think people are asking like $30 or $40 for this thing. Again, I don't know much about it. I just grabbed it because, again, I saw a remark. I saw signatures. I was like, well, if I can just fit it into my bag for less than $1, let's just take a look and bring it home. And to that end, it also looks like in this convention edition, there's this Fishman character here. And I think this name is Rickman. I think the signature might be Rickman. And you see the little fish is the remark. So there had to be some tie to Fishman because I also found these weird little ash cans that also seem to be signed, also in the box. So I figured, again, I don't know much about it, but they're signed. They're ash cans. I haven't been able to find much about them. I see summer 1993 on these little guys, April 1997 on the big colored one here. And again, this big book was year 2000. So this means this character was around in some fashion for at least 7 years throughout the 90s and even into the year 2000. Again, I got to look into these things to see exactly what they are, but just going off the gut, I mean, again, this is counted. This just fit in the bag. So it wasn't like I individually bought this. There's 3 things in here. So I think I made out pretty well just throwing them in the bag. They could be worthless, but you take a shot, you never know. To that end, I don't know. Sometimes you just grab things just of familiarity. You see the title and you go, oh yeah, Umbrella Academy's coming back soon. I don't know, maybe I should grab an extra Hotel Oblivion #1 because I don't know, maybe this season if we get another season, because I think this next season might adapt Dallas, which I think was the second mini. So I don't know if they're going to get to this, but if they do, who knows? I don't see these a lot out there anymore. I don't know what the print run was on this edition of Umbrella Academy. I know it was a little bit more because this did come out when I believe when the show was was amping up and people were getting excited. So there might be a lot more copies of this series, this Hotel Oblivion series. But again, I just threw it in my bag because why not? Moving on, I was able to find the issue 1 of this Anthony Bourdain series, this Hungry Ghosts, and I just happened to find issue 3 and issue 4 there in the box. And I don't know. I don't think these things are that easy to find. I don't know if there's a lot of demand for these Burger books, but it was a 4-issue miniseries. I'm just missing issue 2 now. Maybe I'll come across it out there. Maybe I won't. But I think these actually might be a little bit difficult to find. I don't know. I'm going to look into them a little bit more to see what's going on with those 2. This is my maybe pile for the 4 I'm going to pick for tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. I'm actually doing this on Tuesday. So the 4 I pick on Thursday. And the rest are just, for now, I don't think I need to cover. So I'm just going to show you some more stuff that I found and threw in bags and boxes. As you can tell here, I've been buying a lot of Dave Stevens recently. On a Dave Stevens kick. I just love his art. I'm just collecting what I can. And this is actually Terry Dodson homaging a Betty Page drawing of Dave Stevens. And you can even see him down here after Dave Stevens. And it just caught my eye. So I figured I'd grab this. Then we get into some random second prints and later printings. Because again, you never know which one of these things is going to pop. So for whatever reason, I grabbed this Avengers 30 second print. I think it's a Baby Star brand. Who knows if this does anything, but let's just throw it in the bag. Second print, why not? Baby spec. I know it doesn't really do much, but sometimes it does. So taking a shot. Also, I don't know why they would even have done second prints for this series. I actually didn't read it or wasn't reading it. This Hawkeye Freefall, but issue 3. I don't know why there's a second print for this issue. I don't know if something significant happens in here, if there's a first or what. But second print for this odd series, I figured, well, I'm just gonna grab it. I kind of dig the cover. This nighttime skyline sitting on the edge like a gargoyle. That's kind of cool looking. So I figured I'd grab it. Randomly came across this issue 56 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this second print. This is, I think, right around, 55 might have been the first Jennika as a human or as a Foot Clan member, whatever you might call it. I think it was 55. It's somewhere in that range. Don't quote me on it. I'm not a big turtle guy, so I don't know this stuff off the top of my head, but I did know weird second print from, a few years ago. Might as well just grab it. Best series 2015. So this is at least 5 years old. 4 years old, and figured, why not? We're getting through it. Almost there. Agents Atlas. I forget which series of Agents Atlas is, but issue 1, second printing. Kind of like the cover. I know some of these characters are heating up. I think firsts are in that War of the Realms issue 1 and 2. I think you get Swordmaster and Arrow, and I don't know, a lot of new characters that they might be doing something with. A lot of speculation involved with them, but I don't know. Again, second print, issue 1. I figured, why not take a shot? Just throw it in the box, and if something happens down the line, and I'll have one. If not, oh well, I just have an extra book just shoved in the box somewhere. Same to be said of why I grabbed this second print of Far Sector. I know when this first came out, this issue and the multiple covers that it had were hot. You can get multiple time covers. I think you got like 2-3 times cover for each of the covers back when this first came out, because there was a lot of interest around this character. I don't know if momentum's died because this miniseries has kind of stalled with the break. I'm assuming it's coming back, but again, I figured second print, why not take a shot? And no, still a couple more second prints for you. Sorry if you don't like these second prints and this is boring for you, but I don't know. This is stuff I've grabbed. This is actually fifth printing, but people like Something Is Killing the Children. So I don't know. All the printings, I'm sure some of these have to be lower prints than the other. You're gonna have like a weird situation where like a fourth print is worth more than the second print, but just less than the first. Who knows? But for taking a shot at $1 or less, I grabbed this fifth print of issue 1. I have the first prints, and it is a great story. I think it could be adapted, so I think the speculation that this could be adapted to Netflix is probably spot on. This is something they could probably do and do well. What it will do for the books going forward, I don't know for sure, but again, sometimes you just take a shot. So grab the fifth print. I'll see what fifth print does. I don't think it does anything, but we'll take a look anyway. That's the other thing. You can't know everything off the top of your head. You just got to sometimes, like I said, you go on instinct. You go off your gut. You think, well, maybe this is something, maybe it's nothing. I'm not going to take the time to go look everything up on my phone, try to get service inside a shop or out at a flea market, trying to figure out, checking, Googling images and searching for, through lists and apps. So you just got to go off of what you see. Go off your eyes. Which is why I just grabbed this Daredevil #3, this second printing, because I just dig this Punisher cover. I think I have one or two of these already, but I don't know. I just dig it. I know issue 2 has the first appearance of Detective Cole North or something like that. Can't remember his name, but that second print did pretty well with the detective on the front. So issue 3, I don't know if anything significant happens here, but again, just a cool looking Punisher image. So for that reason alone, I just grabbed it. All right. Trying to wrap up here. Now it looks like I'm getting to the art portion of my pickups. This is just stuff I just grabbed for the art and the artist, which is why I grabbed these few issues of Punisher War Journal from way back in the day, because Jim Lee, love Jim Lee, big fan of Jim Lee. So anytime I see stuff that I haven't seen in a while, even though I know I have it, I will grab more of it, especially with Spidey. I mean, how often do you get Jim Lee drawing Spidey? I don't think these do much, but what the heck, I'll do the check. So that was issue 14. Here's 15 here. Also, again, Jim Lee, Spidey. I think those do well, or do okay as a set. And this is just a cool jungle scene of him too, with issue 18. So again, I'm a fan of Jim Lee. I see his art. I go out. I go buy it. Which is also why I grabbed this random Superman Man of Steel, because I don't know, Jim Lee drawing Superman. This was before he actually drew Superman, for that run with Brian Azzarello. But I don't know. Jim Lee, I'm not leaving it behind. I want to see it. Which is also why I grab any issues of Hush that I find for $1 or less, because it's awesome art. People like these. They like this run. Random issues do well. Other issues, maybe not so much, but you can probably build sets. I don't know. I just collect the art. So even though I have this issue of my own, I just grab extras because obsessive compulsive, I guess. Also knowing last week I showed you all those Cable Deadpool issues and I missed a couple. So I went back to that shop to see if I can find the ones I was missing. Still no issue 50. I think I'm still missing issue 48. But I did find issue 37, which I think was the start of Scotty Young's cover run on the end of that series. So I went and grabbed this one to throw into the pile with the others. Also randomly grabbed these Ghost Rider books because these had pretty sweet Gabriel Delato covers. So again, art alone, it's like it was World War Hulk time. Ghost Rider, Hulk fighting, Delato, just awesome. Same here. Pretty badass sword image right there. I just like it. So again, just grab it. Next up, I got a couple of one-per stores that I found, in the box. And some of these, do all right because they're one per store. Some of them people don't pay much attention to. But again, anytime I see something that's limited in that way, I'm just going to grab it just in case. So this Dark Crystal book, I was lucky enough to find it when it came out, the one per store. Now I got an extra that I paid less than $1 for. So I don't know. I'll take a look, see if this does anything because I don't need this one because I already have it. But it is just a cool image, and I was a fan and scared of Dark Crystal when I was younger. I know something creepy about those puppets. Jim Henson, like the darker side, I guess, of Jim Henson there. And I don't know, that imagery is still stuck with me to this day. So when I saw that cover, I was like, I'm going to get it again. Another one per store. This was a secret one per store. There was Angel Zero, where the regular had him in human form, and this was a vampire version of him. Again, I got one of these already. I don't think these do too much. This is a boom book, but you never know. I mean, it is supposedly one per store, so there shouldn't be too many of them. So if there's renewed interest in Angel, maybe somebody out there's looking for it. Maybe I can find it at home. Now the next one I'm going to cover up a little bit because this is the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund issue of Hack and Slash. There was a couple of covers that came out back then. Here, I'm going to cover up the profanity and a little bit of nudity there on the cover. It's a pretty cool cover, but just kind of keep things a little PG here. So I just saw it. It caught my eye, so I grabbed it. I don't think it does that much on the in the aftermarket, but it is an interesting cover. Hack and Slash. There could be something going on with that. I don't know. If not, that's just an interesting cover to grab for like I said, $1. Also, something to keep an eye out for when you're digging is, especially with IDW, is while with DC, I mentioned how you can check the barcode to check for variants. With IDWs, you're just going to want to look right there next to the number because they'll tell you RI for retailer incentive. So, here's a Marvel Action Black Panther retailer incentive. I don't know if this is like a 1 in 10. This is probably just like a 1 in 10. I don't think it's any higher than that. And it probably doesn't do anything, but I don't know. It's still an incentive. And if I find an incentive for next to nothing, I'm just going to grab it because it's still hard to find. And what the heck, the very least I can give this, Marvel Action to my son. He's 7. He can flip through this and read it if he wants. So again, just take a shot. Keep an eye out for those RIs, especially on those Transformers books, those Turtle books, because some of that stuff is kind of hard to find. Like especially these days, if it's a few years old, just look for that. You might also see Sub, and that's a subscription cover, which I think is more just like their B cover. But that RI is their retailer incentive. So keep an eye out for it. Going back in the day, another Marvel variant edition. This is Astonishing X-Men 51. I believe this was North Star's wedding. So they did this whole wedding album kind of cover. I actually didn't know they had one of these. I think I just have the regular. So I found there was actually this whole stack of these in the boxes. I just took one because I just thought it was interesting. And I don't know, something to keep an eye out for. Just interesting. Odd. This was another book just caught my eye because it was a Virgin edition. This is a Boom exclusive of Giant Days. I'll have to double check the issue. It looks like this is issue, I don't know if this is 4 or 14. Or it could be 1. It could be 1, and this is the 4th cover. It might be, I'm checking the barcode. This might be issue 1, and this could be the 4th cover, first printing of Giant Days. Let's see here. Giant Days number 1. Yes, this is number 1. So, I don't know. I don't know if this does anything, but again, it caught my eye because it was a Virgin, and I don't know, figured I'd see what it was. You know what? We'll take a look. Again, going to those IDWs, and I mentioned it before, Transformers. I grabbed this Lost Light number 13 retailer incentive. I couldn't find this thing anywhere, so I don't think this is easy to find. I don't know if there's a lot of interest in this one, but again, some of these books, Transformer collectors are pretty hardcore. I mean, like a lot of the nostalgic, properties of that we have out there, like fans are fans and they want anything they can get. So sometimes books like this, like a later issue 13, the retailer incentive, who knows how many copies shops were ordering of Lost Light, because this isn't the main series. This was an offshoot series. So I don't know. I'll take a look again, see if I can find anything on this book. But again, look for those RIs. This one I thought of when I spotted it in the box, based off Nico's pick of that Loki movie photo cover that he picked for back 9 for Thor books. And this was a Killmonger movie cover. Now, Killmonger was one of the best parts of Black Panther to me. Great villain. And he probably not coming back, but maybe he will in some fashion. But again, this was just a pretty cool cover to get this variant edition with him, Michael B. Jordan there on the cover. So I figured I'd grab it. Again, cheap enough. Just get it. Just like this random, I did look this up. I thought this could have been an incentive, but it's not. I think it's just like a theme cover. This is some New York cover for All New Hawkeye 3. It just looked different, so I knew it was a variant. It says variant, so I knew it was a variant. I thought it might have been an incentive, so I grabbed it, but it doesn't look like it's an incentive. It looks like it's just maybe a qualifying purchase. Qualifying order type of book. So open order if shops, qualified to order it. So, and I don't think it does all that much, but again, caught my eye. Hawkeye, who knows where that might go in the future. Going back to the secret variant thing, I remember this was one that kind of snuck up out there, was this Doctor Strange Surgeon Supreme, where they reversed the magic side and the Doctor side with a scalpel. The regular issue, Doctor is Doctor all on one side, magic on the other. This with the swapped hands, so you got a scalpel, on the Mystic side, and the magic going on the Doctor side. So it's just one of those little weird secret variants. I don't think it's all that hard to find, but again, it was interesting enough to just throw in the bag. As was just this random variant for the issue 1 that's a Delato cover. Just thought it was cool, and I don't believe I had it, so figured I'd grab it. Almost there. A couple of more variants here. Going back to the New 52, the Monsters of the Month variants. Well, these are like the Neil Adams cover, so we have this like zombified Superman. I don't know. Caught my eye. I thought I would just take it home. This Action Comics 35. See what was what. Same thing with this Justice League 35. Also, Monsters of the Month. Except we got some like vampires and creatures and zombies again. I don't know, Justice League 35, New 52. I know nobody pays attention to New 52 anymore, but there's some interesting variants you can get, like that steampunk run. Obviously, there's a couple of books that do pretty well, but some of those themes are just kind of interesting. And finally, I just found another one of these Champions Steam covers, so I grabbed another one because, I don't know, could do something in the future. With all these characters, these are characters that we could see moving forward with, Kamala down low, and Vision, and Nova, and Miles, and you got Amadeus Cho Hulk there. And granted, I know the Scott Summers, the young Scott Summers returned, maybe a harder thing to work into a super. And then again, who knows? It might be the first run that we get a Scott Summers and being introduced with the X-Men along with this newer batch of characters. Who knows how Marvel's going to handle that introduction? So I don't know. Again, threw in the bag and see what's what. But like I said, I covered that one already. Keep an eye out for those Steam variants because all the series and all those younger characters have them. And I think they might be 1 in 10 incentives to get. So there's a Spider-Man, Miles one. There's I'm losing my train of thought. There's a Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur one I know of. And it's, again, just keep an eye out for them because they're worth grabbing. But that's all I got this week. No say all, and we're 29 minutes in, but hefty stack, as you saw. I'm going to go through this stuff, see what jumps out at me to cover for the 4, and I guess I will see you guys next week. Just make sure to come back to comicbookinvest.com and check out all our content there, including my dollar bin digging article, as well as all the other good stuff that we got going on there. And I'd also recommend you checking out the Tales from the Flip Side YouTube channel, because I also get to hop up on there every once in a while and do a couple of shows, and the other stuff the guys are putting out is also great content as well. I mean, there's shows basically dropping every day, different creators, different content, so you're not hearing the same voice over and over again. We got a lot of voices giving you a lot of different information, covered a lot of different aspects of our hobby and other hobbies too, because I know a lot of people collect more than just comics. So if you're interested in cards, we got guys who know cards. You like toys, we got guys who know toys. So I don't know, it's a great channel. I suggest you check it out. That's why I'm a part of it. I love it. I'll see you guys next week, and take it easy.